From Georgia, Mr. Westmoreland for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chair Yellen, for being here. I want to follow up just on one of the things that Mr. Garrett, one of your answers. You said that Mr. Tarullo is the Federal Reserve representative to the Financial Stability Board. You're his boss, and you are the chairman of the Federal Reserve. And are we to really believe that the gentleman acts on his own without any direction or oversight from you?
Well, I think Congressman Garrett referred to decisions that were made about naming global systemically important banks, and that occurred before I was chair. I'm sure that he consulted with Chairman Bernanke.
Okay, so he's not independent.
Well, no, the chairman obviously has responsibility.
And just to go back to the independence part of the Federal Reserve from the executive branch, I'm sure that you're aware of the 15 chairmen in the Fed's history, that 10 of them have either served at Treasury or the White House. And it seems to be a revolving door type policy between the Federal Reserve and the Treasury Department, and that it actually continues today. And the Fed staff has gone back and forth into the Treasury Department, including in the current administration. So do you believe that this revolving door poses any risk whatsoever to the Fed's independence?
So I think the Fed's independence is extremely important, and I have never, in my many years in the Fed, seen anything occur that led me to believe that it had at any time been threatened. And while I understand the point you're making, I mean, it is essential that the Federal Reserve remain independent.
Okay, and that kind of leads me, and I appreciate it, and that kind of leads me to the next question. You know, we here in Congress have been having a vigorous political debate about infrastructure spending and unemployment benefits to continue. And in your Senate testimony, you dived into this political debate, expressing your support for more infrastructure spending in response to questions from Senator Menendez. In a recent letter to Representative Sinema, who is a member of this committee, you expressed the virtues of extending unemployment benefits. We will continue to debate the merits of this, but do you have any reservations that carrying the water for the Democrats on this fundamentally political issue risks the Fed's independence, impartiality, and indeed its credibility?
So I don't think it's appropriate for me to weigh in on these issues, and I do not interpret what I said about infrastructure to have been telling Congress what I think it should do. I commented, as I recall, to Senator Menendez on the stance of fiscal policy and the way it had been affecting the economy.
So you don't think we need to spend on infrastructure? And that wasn't what you meant by your comment?
I believe it's entirely appropriate for Congress to debate and decide that.
Okay. Was it appropriate just to even talk about? I mean, did you not answer Senator Menendez that that's up to y'all, it's not up to me?
I believe that was the spirit, although I did comment on the fact that fiscal policy had posed a significant drag to economic growth over the last several years.
Okay, quickly, the chairman's staff and the committee staff discussed the Federal Reserve's role in operating a payment system for the Treasury Department with the New York Fed staff.
I'm sorry, a what system? What type of system?
Role in operating a payment system for the Treasury Department.
A payment, okay.
and they discussed it with the New York Fed staff who operate that system. And the staff of the New York Fed described the Fed's role there as Treasury's agent and described the Treasury Department as the Fed's client. Is this characterization, just a yes or no, is that a good characterization of your relationship?
The Federal Reserve is the fiscal agent of the government, and in that sense, that's correct.
Time of the gentleman has expired. The chair now recognizes the gentleman from Georgia, Mr. Scott.